Emmett versus Lerone Murphy. So this one is for me a bit tricky, but at the same time a bit more simple to actually call. Here's my reasoning, right? A lot of people have this, I don't know, incredible idea that Josh Emmett is this incredible finisher. Whereas Josh Emmett has I think, 47% finishing rate. So, which is not even above 50%. That's below average. Because most people, those are basically WMMA finishing rates numbers. It's not necessarily standard mill. Like on average in the men's division, normally fighters are supposed to average about maybe 60%, somewhere around there, as far as finishing rate. However, even despite this criticism, Leron Murphy has the same level of finishing rate. So my main reason why I wanted to actually highlight this particular point is because a lot of people have this idea in their heads that Josh Emmett is this amazingly dangerous finisher, all because he knocked out Bryce Mitchell, which was one of the best knockouts and even won knockout of the year for on the channel's Combat Sports Awards, right? So it deserves a lot of credit, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Josh Emmett is this insanely incredible finisher, because unfortunately he's not. A 47% finishing rate is very low. It's below average. Combined with the fact that Josh Emmett is now 40 years old, I'm not sure why he's been out for so long, but as far as I can tell, I think it was injury. I stand to be corrected. So the combination of time off, the fact that he hasn't been active since he knocked out Bryce Mitchell about a year ago, yeah, about a year ago, and the fact that he's now 40 years old at featherweight, I don't know if it's going to bode well for him. I know a lot of people give him credit for going to a decision with Ilya Tuporia, but Ilya Tuporia was still developing at that point. He was still finding his rhythm, his groove, whatever it is that makes him who he is. And at the same time, Josh Emmett, maybe Ilya Tuporia fought the way he did because he also was under the impression, or rather, I don't know if I'm saying it the right way though. Um, he also believed that what do you call him? Josh Emmett is a finisher, to be honest. But like I said at the beginning of this particular stream, Josh Emmett has a 47% finishing rate, which is not particularly high. Which is obviously the same as Leron Murphy. Now, with Leron Murphy, my thing is I think he's the more technical of the two. Both of them have, I don't know if I would say good takedowns, but it's not great takedowns. Even the defense, offensively and defensive wrestling, their abilities on the ground is not that great. But I would give the advantage to what do you call him, Leron Murphy. Striking, I think Leron Murphy is a little bit more technical. I think he's going to be able to keep what do you call him, Josh Emmett at a distance, pick him apart, and get a decision. If somehow Josh Emmett ends up getting tired, which is highly likely, because number one, he's 40 years old at featherweight, coming off of a long layoff, has a low finishing rate. I'm going to reiterate this point because I don't think people understand that Josh Emmett has a 47% finishing rate. That's very low, guys. Like, because people in the comment section keep saying, "Oh my God, Josh Emmett is going to finish him." Like, where, guys? His finishing abilities do not even get to 50%. How is he going to finish the fight? Sure, he knocked out what do you call him, Bryce Mitchell. Before he knocked out Bryce Mitchell, who was the last person that Josh Emmett knocked out? He hasn't knocked out anyone in a very long time before Bryce Mitchell. Combined with the fact that he's 40 years old, for me personally, is not that great. I'm not saying that Josh Emmett cannot find a knockout, but I feel like Leron Murphy is a little bit more technical. So he's going to find a way to just pick him apart from a distance and avoid any dangerous situation. Um, well. I don't know why are you saying well. So anyway, my official pick and my subscribers' official pick is Lerone Murphy. I think he's going to pick him apart. Maybe Josh Emmett a couple of years ago, I would have been a little bit worried, but even then, Josh Emmett hasn't been knocking anyone out in the past couple of years, minus Bryce Mitchell. And tell me who was the last person that Josh Emmett knocked out? Obviously Bryce Mitchell is horrible at striking, so it doesn't. It's not even surprising that he was knocked out by Josh Emmett. But before Bryce Mitchell, tell me who was the last person that Josh Emmett actually knocked out? It's crazy to me to think that people actually think this guy is like this incredibly scary finisher. He's not, man. He landed one hell of a shot on a guy who doesn't know how to strike in Bryce Mitchell. And kudos to him, that was a good shot, but it doesn't make him a finisher, especially with a 47% finishing rate. I'm not that confident in him. I respect anyone who feels different. Ultimately, MMA is an unpredictable sport. Anything can happen, but I still feel like Lerone Murphy has what it takes to actually get it done. Currently, Lerone Murphy is the favorite. Do I think an upset is possible? A part of me wants to say an upset is possible. Obviously, because of Josh Emmett's fighting style, he's very aggressive, but he has one type of an offense. He has the right hook, which is something that Ilya Tuporia actually pointed out when he was supposed to be fighting. What do you call him? Josh Emmett. Ilya Tuporia actually highlighted this particular point that there's nothing to worry about when you're fighting Josh Emmett. All you have to be careful of is the right hook. If you can avoid that, then you're fine. So if you can go into the fight with that mindset, then you're going to be fine. And I feel like any good striker is going to avoid getting hit by Josh Emmett, which is why before Bryce Mitchell, Josh Emmett hasn't finished any good striker before then, like in a very long time. I mean, he has finishes, but he hasn't finished anyone in a very long time before Bryce Mitchell. If you remove Bryce Mitchell from the people that he's finished, you are going to have to go a little bit back, a little bit further in order to find the last person that Josh Emmett actually finished. So I'm not that convinced in his ability to finish fights. I know a lot of people are a little bit more convinced than I am. I'm not as convinced as everyone else. I don't think Josh Emmett is a finisher. His finishing rate is the same as Lerone Murphy. They both have a 47% finishing rate. So anyone who's busy saying, oh my God, he's going to finish him, just know that he has the same level of finishing ability as Lerone Murphy. So both of them have the same level of likelihood to finish the fight. So when it comes to finishing rate, eliminate that from your head. Minus that point from your head, because that thing doesn't count. They are equal. Go check. You don't have to listen to me. Their finishing rates, go to Topology, go to Share Dog, anywhere you want to check them. They will show you both their finishing abilities. They have an equal amount of finishing abilities at 47%, which is still flipping low in the men's division. So yeah, I don't know. I want to say an upset is not possible here because of the fact that I feel like Lerone Murphy is going to be a little bit more technical. I feel like Lerone Murphy is going to fight an Israel Adesanya type fight, whereby he just picks him apart from a distance and avoid the same way Ilya Tuporia fought the Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett is a pressure fighter. He throws wild swings. So in order to win, you have to get him tired, pick him apart from a distance, and then when he starts to slow down and his punches are no longer as dangerous, you can maybe try to come a little bit closer and maybe find the finish, which is something I feel like Lerone Murphy has the ability to actually do, despite the fact that a lot of people do not have that much confidence in him based on what I've seen. Anyway, I'm going to break down the co-main event, the Pat Sabatini versus, Joe Anderson Brito. If you're just joining the stream, you can always rewatch it in the live section of the channel. I'm going to be posting breakdowns for every single fight on every single card on the live section from now on. Whether you join me live or you watch them afterwards, I don't have a problem with that. I love and appreciate all of you. Last week we did really well. I got 11 out of 12 predictions correct. I'm super, super happy with that. My goal is to continue to be more consistent with these kind of results, which is really important to me. So I would like to average around that amount. I don't like losing, so anyway, let's go to Pat Sabatini versus Joanderson Britu on the same channel. I'm going to start a different stream. I love and appreciate all of you. Deuces.